Yeah, I don't know, man. So I said, I ended up like a whole bunch of weirdos that don't know what time it is. And so all they want to focus on is like the old result about things that's like mad dumb around the space of that. Because by the time they had control of the destiny, I left the United States back in 2020 or 2021 or something like that. Yeah, apparently you had the Democrats running a democratic process with no interruption for like the next 4 years, and then by the time they lost control, I don't know, a Republican came through, and they eventually applied new policy, and they eventually wanted to like finish the job into all hatred that he had for his opposition on the special side. So by the time next election come through, whether or not it's a Republican or a Democrat that are getting inside the White House or that, if it is a Republican, then I'm gonna get another 4 year next headache, or like people that just want to resist around the special. If it is a Democrat, then I'm gonna get the next 4 years of like a headache, or like people that look to retaliate the same way that the Republicans retaliated when they came into office by going to remove also a bunch of old policies, appointing people on the special, someone sabotaging a whole bunch of shit. That's way to like allies of Democrats, also some stuff that's way to like just like messing up somebody on the special. So that's where I get a headache back and forth into like what goes around comes around, into the limitation of power inside the United States. So that's why. Oh, I don't know, man. Yeah, that's why I told you I stick to like bipartisan shit on the special. Because again, once you get to see power fade, and like what they did to certain leaders that you never expect what will happen to them when they came into office. Or so. Pakistan is a good example with the prime minister over him. So, everybody liked him initially. He was like was it like a croquet? What's it called again? You know, he was like one of these British players over here that played croquet or something like that. Yeah, and they put him in, and then next thing you know, later on they got to try to assassinate him, and then literally they tried to prosecute him. That's how across. Duarte from the Philippines, same thing over him. Now he has the UN and the world police knocking on his door with him. Bolsonaro from like Brazil. I'm not gonna start Bolsonaro. Lula, take President Lula for example. Got elected, got thrown in prison for corruption. Then re-elected, then eventually through Bolsonaro be on boss. So many leaders came through. They walked through the revolving doors, and depending on like the amount of karma they collect good ending or bad ending on a special side. You already know the reign of power, how you're not even supposed to love the state, you're supposed to hate the state. Treat the state as if like it was your slave on, especially ruthlessly until like all hatred. But at the same time, you're supposed to love it myself. So you got a word group of like power hungry people, and like a word group of like fits that get twisted on a special side. I'm pretty sure Vladimir Putin will be next in line into office. Sometimes you have the good endings, other time you got bad endings on the special side. Yeah, I say in the meantime, I'm just go off and do my thing over here myself. But like I said, these trolls over here, you have to remember that the way you catch them is that you go inside the worst part of the internet, and you're gonna pay attention to some of the worst trolling in there, like some of the worst language, and then which that's where you're gonna find mentally ill individuals. That have mental problems beyond if you can imagine, that should never be inside of a government system or even work for the government to ever have access to private records at all. What's up?